Wow, this was bad. This was just completely worthless, terrible, horrible, complete shit booking. This was just terrible. Guys, just don't even watch this. There's no point in watching TNA. I feel like they're just messing with us on purpose. Like there's no purpose for this company. Not anywhere do I see growth or something good. I haven't watched TNA in like 7 months, since January, since Kurt Angle and Crimson were teaming. Now they're feuding. They're the best thing on TNA TV right now. They're the best thing on Impact Wrestling. But this was terrible. It doesn't. Maybe I want to see one angle from this whole entire show. That doesn't give me the reason to watch, say, No Surrender or Bound for Glory. Hey, I'll give them credit. Their little highlight packages for Bound for Glory, pretty good stuff. Their highlight packages to start the show with Angle, pretty good stuff. Even Flair and Sting was a decent little promo cut at the start. It actually seemed like it had an okay storyline to it, and both guys can talk. The rest of this show, though, just god-awful. Steiner and Devon, 1 minute, 1 minute long. Devon actually looked hungry to go. He actually looked like he trimmed down. They said he lost 60 pounds. He actually looked in shape. Actually, like he could actually be a decent worker right now. Loses Steiner in a minute. Steiner doesn't even do a wrestling move. Just puts his foot on the ropes and pins him after like a minute of time. Samoa Joe comes out there. Where's Samoa Joe been on TV in the last, couple months? I don't watch Impact, but I've heard he hasn't been used. He actually got used okay here. He completely came out there, destroyed Devon, put him in a leg lock. Good stuff there. One of the better things, one of the best things on the show, and it was still just good. He cut a good promo at the end too, saying he's going to destroy, the Bound for Glory series. So we'll see what happens there. But I really don't care. I mean, I don't care about any of Impact right now, but I'm gonna watch it to review it. X Division Gauntlet, terrible. You can now put on a match with 8 guys and have it be 13 minutes long. That's basically 7 matches at about 2 minutes a match. There's too much going on. There were too many quick pins. It was kind of sloppy. It wasn't very fluid. It wasn't very well paced at all. The only thing, there was a couple bright spots. Tony Nese looks like he's going to be really good. Anthony Nese, I guess. And Shima Zion, who's Zima Ion. Both look to have bright careers, hopefully, until TNA buries them. Because they bury all the young stars. And, Austin Aries looked pretty good until he gets buried, too. Kendra comes out there and attacks him. They have their feud, going on. Maybe it's going to be okay. I'm not really looking forward to it because TNA is going to find a way to screw it up. Anderson sidelined indefinitely. I don't know if this is true. I don't know if he has a serious injury or not. If not, if it's just immortal, then they're just using this eardrums ruptured as a fake thing. That's stupid on them because Anderson's probably one of their biggest name guys they have in the company right now. Tracy Brooks, Knockouts Law. This will be okay, I guess. It wasn't very good last time. Hopefully they do something with it this time worthwhile because the Knockouts division is one of the most worthwhile things in TNA. It's actually pretty good. The rest of their show is usually terrible. This is actually pretty good. ODB and James had a pretty darn good match for 6 minutes. It wasn't the greatest match ever, but WWE could take some notes. But the winter promo afterwards just killed it for me, talking about blood being orgasmic and holding the title being orgasmic, and I didn't like it at all. It was terrible. There was no sense in having this promo for like 3 minutes go on. Some of these promos should not be this long at all. There's just no sense behind any of them. RVD and Styles, I keep saying Styles. I did that the last time I tried to do this video too, just because I'm so angry. RVD looked sloppy, looked terrible, looked horrible out there. I guess he didn't look horrible, but just a couple things, just like he almost slipped. Probably almost killed Styles in the ring. This guy needs to retire too, and it's a problem because he's probably one of their better, athletic main event guys that they have. And you're asking for him to go out and have a big time match with people. That's not good. But Styles, he got a huge pop. AJ Styles is TNA, which I guess that means AJ Styles is shit, but it doesn't. AJ Styles is all that's great about TNA, and probably one of the only things that's great about TNA right now. Styles gets the win off of DQ because Jerry Lynn runs in there again, saying that friggin' Rolling Thunders was 3. Rolling Thunder was 3. Rolling Thunder was 3. But he cost RVD again. He cost him a Hardcore Justice against Crimson. That's 2 DQ losses. Now, the Bound for Glory series, which I actually think is a very good concept and idea, even if TNA can't seem to get it right with some of the matches, just are complete crap. But, the whole point system is, minus 10 points for DQ. So that's minus 20 points that Jerry Lynn's cost RVD. Problem is, Jerry Lynn is not even hinting, subtly, at turning heel. He's not even hinting slightly at it. So, where are they leading to this? Is RVD going to turn heel? Is Jerry Lynn going to turn heel? I, for one, don't care. I think that angle's stupid. We get another Flair Sting segment. Ric Flair literally walks around a shipyard area for about 5 minutes in the dark trying to find Sting. He hears sounds probably about approximately like 35 times. He hears sounds all around him and all that stuff. This was stupid. This was way too freaking long. That there's no reason for this, this shit to be on the show. It was ridiculous. It was completely uncalled for. It was completely dumb. Even more dumb, Sting basically buries Gunner by beating the crap out of him after Gunner attacked him from behind because Flair the whole time is like, I'm not scared of you, Sting. I'm not scared of you. And then when Sting shows up, he's like, oh, I'm scared of you, Sting. I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to actually fight you. And has Gunner try to do it. And then Gunner gets beat up. Flair's like, oh, you're fired, Gunner. And then Sting just continually beats up Gunner. And then at the end, he's like, you're going to go somewhere, kid. Not if a 50-year-old man keeps beating the crap out of you. He isn't. He's not going to go anywhere with the way TNA is booking this because TNA is putting their older guys over their younger guys. Here's my problem. A younger guy should not have to put over a guy in his 50s to get over an angle for another guy in his 50s. I know that made no sense. Gunner should not be putting over Sting to get over the angle with Ric Flair. Those are two old guys. They shouldn't be using young guys to put over an angle between two old guys. Because Flair, Sting, and Hogan should all not be in there. They should definitely not be frigging using younger talent to put themselves over anymore. It's stupid. It completely buries Gunner if he's getting beat up by a 50-year-old. Just for the sake of hyping up a match between another 50, possibly even 60-year-old. I don't even know how Ric Flair is. Ric Flair should not be in this business right now. He can cut a damn good promo. Sting can cut a damn good promo. Even Hogan cut a damn good promo. How many of those guys can wrestle? Like actually get in the ring and perform well? None of them. They should be used as promo guys. They should be used as managers. They shouldn't be having one of their biggest feuds. Flair, Sting, and Flair Hogan. This should not be going on. There's no reason for this. Angle Crimson, probably the best promo of the entire show. Crimson looks like he's going to be a real force. Some guy they're actually building. But I know they'll find a way to screw it up. It's TNA. They're not Impact Wrestling. If they were Impact Wrestling, Samoa Joe would be their world champion right now. They impact young stars' credibility, and they impact young stars by burying them. That's what I think Impact Wrestling stands for. Because Dixie Carter has no idea what she's doing. She's got Hogan and Bischoff in her ear. She's got Flair in her ear. She's got Sting in her ear. Sting talking about wanting to put over young talent, yet he basically buries Gunner on this show. It's just completely stupid. This whole show was stupid. But we're not done. We get to the racist part of the show. Mexican America versus Beer Money. It's not racist because Mexican America's in the show. I'm not saying that, it's racist because the Spanish team wins the tag titles. No, it's racist because Jeff Jarrett comes out there and rags on the Spanish announce team, saying, all they're good for is drinking cervezas and all that stuff and partying and whatever. And it's just stupid. Jeff Jarrett's talking about being, the champion of an entire country. He took over an entire country tonight, took over an entire promotion tonight by winning the AAW or the AAA World Heavyweight title and turning it into the Immortal title. That's disgrace to Mexican wrestling in itself. Honestly, he gets in there. Rosita interferes in the match. Karen Angle interferes. Jeff Jarrett interferes. Finally, Hernandez grabs the Immortal title and takes out, I think, Robert Roode with it. It could have been James Storm. It doesn't really fucking matter in this point. It really doesn't, because this whole thing was stupid. It was actually a pretty decent match up until that point, where it just, broke down to a complete mess, which is really what TNA Impact is. It's a complete mess of a show. I haven't seen it in 7 months, like I said. Coming back, back then, it was the worst wrestling show I've ever seen. And I've seen some really bad CZW shows. This one, probably not as bad, but still probably in a top 5 worst wrestling shows I've ever seen. Honestly, Impact Wrestling, not worth watching. I'm only going to watch the review it to tell you how bad it was, honestly. But I want to hear your guys' opinions on, what happened tonight. We did get Mexican America winning the tag titles, which should have happened to Hardcore Justice if they're going to do that. Or they should actually have. What they should have done is they should have Mexican America win it at Hardcore Justice, then maybe set up a feud with Beer Money. That would have been the smart thing to do. But TNA does nothing smart anymore. Believe me, this is not worth watching. I'm Trevor Scheer. This is the Wrestling Renaissance. Continue watching. Keep subscribing to me. Tell me what you guys think about the show. Comment. Like it if you hate TNA just as much as I do. Maybe I'm going to rant on. I was going to rant on Samoa Joe, but Samoa Joe actually appeared, so that was one bright spot in the show. But that's about it. So I guess I'm going to go cool off now after watching 2 hours of crap. I will see you guys later, probably tomorrow, for my SmackDown review, which is no doubt going to be a much better wrestling show. Peace.